Rap music did not just appear out of thin air. It started in a specific time and place. This was New York City in the late 1970s. The Bronx, a borough of the city, was its cradle. Things were tough there for many people, but creativity found a way to shine through the cracks. Young people were looking for new ways to express themselves. They wanted music that spoke to their lives and their experiences. This need for a new sound, a new voice, set the stage. The energy was building for something fresh and exciting. At block parties, DJs were the stars. They played music for people to dance and have fun. One DJ, Kool Herc, was very important. He was originally from Jamaica. He noticed something interesting at his parties. People loved the instrumental parts of funk and soul records. These were the breaks, the parts with just drums and rhythm. He started to use 2 turntables. This way, he could play the breakbeat over and over again. He made the best part of the song last longer. This was a new way to play music. It got people really excited. While the DJ played these extended breakbeats, someone else would talk. This person was called an MC, or Master of Ceremonies. At first, MCs just made announcements. They would hype up the crowd. They might say, "Everybody scream," or "Put your hands in the air." But soon, they started to do more. They began to talk in rhythm with the music. They started to tell short stories or make rhymes. This was the very beginning of rapping. It was simple, but it was powerful. It was a new art form being born. These early raps were often about having fun. They were about the party itself. MCs would boast about their skills on the microphone. They would talk about their DJ. The energy was incredible. It was all live and in the moment. There were no record deals yet. There were no radio plays for this new music. It was pure street culture. It was a sound made by the youth, for the youth. This raw, exciting sound would soon take over the world. But it started right there, at those lively block parties in the Bronx. Rap music has very deep roots. It connects to old traditions from far away. One important root is African oral culture. In many parts of West Africa, there were storytellers called griots. These griots were keepers of history and culture. They would tell stories and recite poems, often with musical accompaniment. They used rhythm and rhyme in their speech. This tradition of spoken word performance traveled with enslaved Africans to the Americas. It survived and changed over many generations. This ancient art of storytelling is a vital part of rap's DNA. Another big influence came from Jamaica. DJ Kool Herc, one of rap's pioneers, grew up there. In Jamaica, they had sound systems. These were powerful mobile discos. DJs, called selectors, would play records, and on the microphone, toasters would talk or chant over the music. This toasting was a kind of rhythmic speech. It was often playful and boastful. Kool Herc brought this Jamaican sound system culture with him to the Bronx. He adapted it for his new audience. The style of toasting directly influenced the early MCs. The social and economic conditions in the Bronx in the 1970s also shaped rap. The area faced many problems. There were few jobs and opportunities for young people. Many buildings were neglected or abandoned. Rap music became a way for them to speak out. It was a voice for people who often felt unheard. They could talk about their lives, their struggles, and their dreams. The music came from a place of hardship, but it was also full of energy and hope. It was a creative response to difficult circumstances. Early rap lyrics covered many topics. MCs would tell stories about their neighborhood. They would boast about their skills or their crew. This was called braggadocio. But they also talked about serious issues. They rapped about poverty and injustice. This made the music very real and relatable. It was a form of social commentary. People could see their own lives reflected in the songs. Rap music was more than just entertainment. It was a way to share experiences and build community. It was a powerful tool for self-expression. The first rap song to become a big hit was Rapper's Delight. It was released in 1979 by the Sugar Hill Gang. This song was very long, over 14 minutes. It introduced rap music to a much wider audience. Many people heard rapping for the first time with this track. It was catchy and fun. It used a sample from the disco band Chic. Some early pioneers felt it wasn't real hip-hop, but Rapper's Delight proved that rap music could be commercially successful. It opened the door for many other artists to follow. It was a landmark moment for the genre. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five were another very important early group. Grandmaster Flash was a brilliant DJ. He perfected techniques like scratching and quick mixing. The Furious Five, especially Mel Mel, were skilled MCs. In 1982, they released a song called The Message. This song was different. It was not just about partying. It painted a grim picture of life in the inner city. It talked about poverty, crime, and desperation. The message showed that rap could be serious. It proved rap could be a powerful tool for social commentary. Then came Run DMC in the mid-1980s. They changed the sound of rap music. Their style was more aggressive and energetic. They often used rock music samples. They dressed in a distinctive way. They wore tracksuits, Adidas sneakers without laces, and fedora hats. This became an iconic hip-hop look. Songs like It's Like That and Sucker M.C. quote, ES had a hard-hitting sound. Run DMC helped to make rap music even more popular. They were one of the first rap groups to get heavy airplay on MTV. They truly took rap to a new level. Public Enemy arrived in the late 1980s. They brought a strong political message to their music. Their leader, Chuck D, had a powerful voice. He called rap music the Black CNN. He meant it was a way for black communities to tell their own stories. Their songs, like Fight the Power, were anthems for a generation. They talked about racism, inequality, and empowerment. Their production by the Bomb Squad was dense and innovative. It used many samples and sirens. Public Enemy showed how rap could be a force for change. They were fearless. The late 1980s and early 1990s are often called the golden age of hip-hop. During this time, rap music became incredibly diverse. Many different styles and voices emerged. From the West Coast, groups like NWA brought gangsta rap to the forefront. They rapped about street life and police brutality. Their music was controversial but hugely influential. Artists like A Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul offered a more positive and alternative sound. It was a time of great creativity and innovation. Rap was exploring all its possibilities and reaching new heights. In the 1990s, rap music exploded into the mainstream. It became a dominant force in popular culture. Artists like Tupac Shakur and the Notorious Big became huge stars. They were incredible storytellers. Their lyrics were poetic and deeply personal. They rapped about their struggles, their fears, and their ambitions. Their music resonated with millions of people around the world. Sadly, their lives were cut short. But their impact on rap music and culture is undeniable. They became legends. Their stories continue to inspire new generations. The 2000s saw even more evolution in rap. Artists like Eminem, Jay-Z, and Kanye West became global icons. Eminem brought a unique perspective as a white rapper. He achieved massive commercial success. Jay-Z became known for his clever wordplay and business sense. Kanye West pushed the boundaries of rap production. He experimented with different sounds and samples. New subgenres also emerged. Production styles changed with more electronic influences. Rap music continued to reinvent itself. It stayed fresh and relevant. Today, rap music is a global phenomenon. It is one of the most popular genres of music in the world. Trends like trap music and drill have become hugely popular. These styles often feature heavy bass and distinctive hi-hat patterns. Rappers from many different countries and cultures are making their mark. Social media and streaming platforms have made it easier for new artists to be heard. Rap's influence can be heard in many other types of music. It has shaped fashion, language, and art. Rap music started as a small spark in the Bronx. Now its voice is heard everywhere.